Hello. So this is a part two of different types of health displays that you can have. In the first part, we've created a health bar, a health text, which displays the health of your character inside of a text component. And then based on what the value in the script is, that's how much it would display. This is commonly used alongside another health display function, which we will focus on today, and that's called a health bar. So let's create a new C# script. Let's call it a health bar. And before we get any further, let's prepare our health bar as a canvas component. So let's go into our canvas UI and create an image. Now let's place it. Actually, let's place it at the same place as where all health text is, just underneath. Let's call it a health bar background. And let's duplicate it, drag a new one in, and change the background to foreground. Now, for the background part, we just want to change the color to red. And for the foreground one, we need to add a source image. So if we look, there's nothing here, but I've prepared a simple image which is just a rectangle, and I'll drag it in. And as soon as I drag it in, we get like this little image type that we have access to. Now, for those who are wondering what is this texture, if you just open Paint, scale your canvas like this, so it's like a little bar, save as, that would be good enough for this. And then what you're gonna do is, on our foreground, you'll change from simple to filled. And what this does is it allows our image to basically fill between 0 and 1. So if it's 0, we only see what's underneath. If it's 1, we see the entire image. Of course, for this kind of a game, well, with this kind of a health bar, we would want it sideways, which is horizontal, so left to right, like so. If we change it to right, it's just going to be the other way around. So let's keep it as left. And now let's try to code it. So let's open our health bar. First, we will make this standalone, just like this one, but then we will change it to use the values from this one instead. So let's create first a reference to our image. So go into using engine.ui, and then we will use serializable field private image, and that's going to be our health bar image, like so. And just like in the other one, we want to have our float for max health, and we want to have our float for current health, so we can assign it, and we will make it serializable so we can play around with this value to show how it works, like so. Then let's just create a update function, which we'll use later for testing, and a public void update health bar. Now in here, we will take our image and we will press dot, and what we're looking for is fill amount. If we look at the image, the fill amount was what was going between 0 and 1, and we will make it equal to now. And then if you're thinking that we just have to do current health divided by max health, then you're almost correct. However, for this specific game, our max health is a value of 100, and our current health is a value between 0 to 100. However, fill amount is a value between 1 and 0, with 0 being fully invisible and 1 being fully filled. So what we just have to do is turn this into a decimal number, and we can do that by simply dividing it by 100, because that would put our max health, where are we, at 1, and our current value would be anywhere between 0 to like 0.1, 0.5 if it's 50, and 1 if it's of course 100. Now to test this, we'll just put these in update function like so, and let's press play to see if it works. So we start off, actually we haven't attached our script yet. So let's attach our script and attach our foreground into the image. Now we can press play. And now we see that the health bar goes up with our value, although they're not connected to the value here. And that's something that we can very easily change. So what I'll do is I will connect our previous script to use this script of health bar. So instead of having any values here, we're just going to remove them, and we'll replace this with a reference to our health bar, like so. And here we will be passing through two floats. One's going to be a current health, and another float is going to be max health, like so. Where are we? And what we will do here in start is, actually, we'll do this the other way around. So this is all we need for this specific script. And in here, we'll just get a reference to our, let's make it public actually, public text health display, so it's easier. And then what we'll do is every single time we update our health bar, we also want to update our health display. And what we will pass through is our current health as well as maximum health, like so. And then now let's just connect the scripts together. So we do this by dragging the object that has our health text to our health bar, like so. And now let's press play and see how that's going to work. So now we see that they both scale together. And this is quite commonly used in a lot of RPG-like games, etc. But yeah, this is it. There is one more type of health display that I'll show next. It's going to be completely unrelated to these two, but I think it's going to be an interesting one to add. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next part.